Anime Showdown is finally releasing today, and I'm excited, I can't lie, but I'm gonna let y'all know everything you guys need to know about Anime Showdown. So let's get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about Anime Showdown is the combat, and the combat looks amazing, but let's look specifically at blocking first. So in this game, you have a block bar, not just like a normal block, which is good because you're gonna run into a lot less people that are able to just hold F like in ABA. But they also wanted to add a skill element to it, so there's also perfect blocking, and I'm not sure exactly how consistent perfect blocking is, if it's going to be a thing you're able to consistently pull off in a main gameplay mechanic, or it's going to be kind of like a bailout where you only use it when you really need to. I'm not really sure yet. I would go and test it out and let y'all know, but unfortunately I don't have tester because I don't have enough subscribers. So I'd appreciate it if y'all would subscribe so I could get tester and really give you guys more information on these games. Then we have M1 and M2, which are the buttons on your mouth. So if you M1, it does just a basic combo, but if you M2, it does a one hit, but it block breaks. You might be thinking that's kind of OP, but that's kind of why they have the perfect block system and whatnot. But not only do they have the perfect block system for this, it also takes stamina, so you can't just spam M2. You're only going to use it in specific situations. And speaking of stamina, yeah, there is a stamina system in this game, so you don't just have cooldowns, you also have stamina. This is to prevent spamming and people from running, and I think it's a really good system. And to charge it, you can either hit people or you could charge it with C. But another cool thing about M1s is that there's air combos and ground down slams. It's kind of like ABA, if you know what ABA. It's very similar, but I assume it's going to allow you to use very advanced combos and really add an in-depth skill gap to this game. One thing that I'm not so sure about in this game though is that there is a wall combo. So if you hit someone into the wall, it actually allows you to, it helps you combo them again. And I don't know, you do have an evasive bar for a reason, but wall combos is still kind of, you know, I'm not a big fan of it. But like I said, there is an evasive bar. And what is an evasive bar? So basically at the bottom of your screen, when you get hit, it charges up your evasive bar. And basically an evasive is when you're able to instantly get out of any combo and go invisible, and then you could TP behind them, try to hit them, or just play around. It's a lot of mental games that go into it. But basically the reason this is here for is you're not going to be able to get just one-shot comboed. Because I think a lot of people can agree it's really annoying in games like ABA where you just instantly die off of one M1. It's kind of ridiculous. So that's why they added this bar, and it's gonna make fights feel more back and forth compared to just very one-sided battles. But in this game there is armor levels. So you have super armor, which absorbs 50% rather than 100% on non-armor breaking moves, but some skills do break armor, which means they will cancel an attack that has armor. But then there's also moves that aren't perfect blockable. We don't know specifically what the criteria is for a move that's not perfect blockable, but what we do know is that some aren't. So make sure you don't try to keep perfect blocking a move that's just not perfect blockable. Maybe test it out in the training area that they have. And I'll try to make a video on moves that aren't perfect blockable, so if y'all want to see that, make sure to stay tuned. But next we got emotes, characters, and money. But first I want to go over all the characters that will be coming on release. So the release roster will consist of Naruto, Ukilora, Tenjin, Gon, Shinra, Joker, Jotaro, Rimuru, Asta, and Ippo. I know I just messed up all of those words, okay? Chill out, I'm sorry. But what you probably notice is most of the normal characters that we see in the other games aren't there. And they specifically talk about Luffy, Ichigo, and Goku. And basically they said they purposely didn't make those characters in Anime Showdown on release because they feel like they wanted to focus on characters that don't get as much love to really make their game different. And honestly, I support that. I think that's really cool to see. But they did say those characters will be coming after release. So, I mean, we'll still be getting them. Just gotta wait a little bit. But now I want to talk about skins. As you guys probably see on screen, this is what it looks like when you're spinning for skins. But essentially, you'll load in the main lobby, and then it's Naruto themed. I know if you play like ABA, it's One Piece themed, but here it's Naruto themed. And then there'll be an area on the left-hand side, which is a building where it's on screen right now, and you're able to spin there. But the spin odds are not good from my understanding. I've had friends that have went and spun there, and they have told me they've gotten a whole lot of nothing. So I'm not exactly sure what the exact odds are, but don't expect to get too much, because from what I've been seeing everywhere, everyone's saying that they are not getting a lot for what they're paying for. What's a better deal from my understanding, at least, is buying the characters. There's some exclusive characters that you need to get with gems, but if you buy the game on release and it will release for 200 Robux, there's supposed to be a code with it that gives you 10,500 gold and 1,000 gems. So I would definitely use those 1,000 gems to get some of the characters that you can only get with gems. But you guys might be thinking, what character should I get first or whatever? Well, it really depends. If you guys want something strong or like the best characters in the game, I'll put a tier list on screen by IB main. I'm not exactly sure how accurate this tier list is, but I mean, it's the best I got because I don't have access myself, so I can't really formulate an opinion. The last, but maybe even the most important thing we have to talk about is ranked. I'll put a picture on screen right now, but if you see, it actually tracks your win-loss ratio, your season high, a lot of different stats. They even have ranks, which is really cool to see. I was always thinking, like, why doesn't ABA have different ranks, like just like some sort of basic rank system? Obviously they have like you get like 5 points per win and 5 points per losses or whatever, but I still feel like actually having like bronze, silver, gold is really cool, and I'm really glad they did that. But game mode wise, they got 1v1s, 2v2s, and 3v3s. Nothing else is really worth putting. I would say like maybe 5v5s, but I feel like that'd be too crazy, to be honest. So honestly, I'm fine with this. It looks good. But that's all the main information we know about Anime Showdown without dragging the video out for too long. If y'all enjoyed, I'm really trying to get Tester to make more content on these type of games, so I'd appreciate it if y'all subscribe. Thank you.